annual presentation. We've started this back when my predecessor started this. We continued it for individuals in the community that have given them of themselves in the Dr. King spirit. And it seems like when you think of King, very few people realize, and if they do, I don't think they understand the impact of what he did in 39 years. It doesn't seem to age in our minds, but he was quite a young man when he was assassinated and accomplished an extraordinary amount of good that, of course, lives on today. He is the only American that is singled out to have a day that we honor in his name. We've all taken drinks, and we didn't become alcoholics. Most of us. We've all done drugs, whether they're street drugs or they're prescription, without becoming addicted. So, I guess there but for the grace of God go I. And we have to all understand that the problems that are associated with addiction affect our whole society. And we can't keep doing what we've been doing. We know that there was 1,600 drug-related deaths from overdoses in the state of New Jersey last year. But that doesn't account for the turf wars that we have in our inner city over whose territory and the lack of education that we have because of a 15-year-old, a 14-year-old making money selling narcotics. And as long as we continually do what we've been doing, we're going to have this problem, and it's going to continue. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We have to start using common sense. I'm not saying to legalize drugs. That's not what I think would be in the best interest. But I do believe decriminalizing would go a long way to solving the problem. And that has to be worked out. You take the profit out, and then we can deal with the addiction, and we can deal with the inner city where these drugs come into, and we certainly can't continue on doing exactly what we've been doing because it hasn't worked. In fact, it's gotten far worse.
I was an honoree of the Martin Luther King Award in this very building. I was truly unworthy of the honor, and I'm not just being modest. But at that time, I did take the opportunity to learn something about Dr. King. And I was utterly amazed by the eloquence of some of his writings, including the letters from the Birmingham jail, which I have actually discussed on many occasions with the county executive. Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. Think about that. If we continue to see justice as an eye for an eye, the whole world will go blind. And that's what we're witnessing now. These were great words. What amazed me more, that Dr. King, if you read anything about his life, was truly optimistic and believed in the future of America as a concept of freedom and equality. He was a fervent believer in the country as it was originally conceived, but this time for everyone. All races and religions, all genders, and all different political beliefs. Most of all, he was a fervent believer in freedom. I've been a Superior Court judge now for over 10 years, and in those 10 years witnessing what's happened in our community, I believe the greatest threat to our freedom, not just in Atlantic County, but in our country, is the epidemic that we are now experiencing of opiate use. I am the drug court judge now in Atlantic County. I have found in my service in that role that opiate addiction is an equal opportunity killer. It's taking our young people away from us to lives of depravity, gangs, jail, death. What we are witnessing now, to put it in words that I think Dr. King would have understood, is slavery, not to another man, but to a drug. Dr. King, and I had this conversation with Councilman Shabazz this morning, Dr. King would have been horrified if he had lived to see today what has happened to our communities, particularly our urban areas. The lure of easy money, violence, gangs, and drugs go hand in hand with making our land of opportunity. We like to think of this as the land of opportunity. But these problems, all fueled by this opiate addiction, this disease, has made our land of opportunity a living hell for many of our youngest, our poorest, and most vulnerable children and adults, but particularly children. The people in my drug court are a majority between 18 and 25 years old. It has to stop. We need to turn the tide or we'll lose a generation. We will lose ourselves. We will lose our communities. In our drug courts, one of which is in every county in New Jersey, we can provide treatment for addiction. Addiction is a disease. The county executive said it, and he is right. And I have witnessed that disease on numerous occasions, and I have seen recoveries which are inspirational and amazing.
Once again, we have a very grateful community and a tragic loss, and you turned it into something that memory will not be forgotten. The tragedy that you went through, try to help other families not to experience what you did. And we certainly appreciate what you've been doing, and hopefully that you will continue. A small token of our appreciation.
Well, we're so honored to be here today, to be honored and be mentioned on the same stage as the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. A man who changed this country with his heart, passion, and actions. As an organization, we try to make that same impact on our community. It's really important for us to continue our mission. It's also bittersweet. Of course, this organization doesn't exist if my son's still here today. But we can't do nothing about that today. We can't help my son anymore, but we can continue to help people that need our help. And everybody needs to understand the importance of the transition of coming out of rehab, getting into sober living. That's what this organization does. It raises funds through hard work and fundraisers and the generosity of the public to keep this organization moving on a daily basis. All the people that's involved in this organization has worked so hard to get to where we are today. We're blessed to help many people into sober living, and not dying with it's my money or Tammy's money. It's just the generosity of the people that support what this organization stands for. Including my family. So blessed to have you all here today.
Love you.
Love you all so much.
Good work.
Thank you all for coming and sharing this day with us. I am just so honored to even have my name spoken in the same sentence as Dr. Martin Luther King. I went to my junior high school was honored after him, and I know all too well the struggles that he went through, and I'm just so honored by that. I thank all of my friends and my family for being here, and over the past year, the worst year of my life, you hold me up and you keep me strong. And Kim and Kelsey, congratulations. I will keep you in my prayers. Keep up the good work. It's the little people like us that are going to help others out there who really need us. All of my grandchildren, who are my little heroes, who deal with stop the heroin and the loss of their daddy on a daily basis, they are so strong, and they do keep me strong with their hugs and their kisses. This award goes to them and to my children and to my family, as well as Bill and I. It's not just us that do this. And thank you so much, Kanetta, for everything that you do. That's all I can say is thank you very much for honoring us with this. I will treasure it for the rest of my life.
On behalf of a very grateful Atlantic County, we have two freeholders here, John Farm and John Risley. Award. I have a plaque to commemorate this time and tell you how much we appreciate what you do day in and day out for our community. Thank you so very much. God bless you.
What I've been taught to do, and that's always encouraging other people and giving back to the community. My parents told me that when I was very young, that it's not just about me, it's about what you can do for someone else. And Kelsey and I know that you may not get the correlation between maybe somebody being on drugs or having hard times in their life and what we do as far as our culinary skills, but I believe that what we provide to the community is hope, okay? And we provide that hope by giving you a purpose. You know, when you can take a young individual and give them something to look forward to, a skill, something to make them feel good about themselves, that's hope. And hope, when you have hope, you can look to the future with it, you know? And I believe that's what we try to do. We try to give back, we try to create a skill, we try to show them that, you know, there's more, you know, we listen to so much, and our whole society is just based upon money. So often we look to, you know, what do you want? Everybody wants money. But money is not really what makes a person. Family, you know, the good times that you can share with them, you know, and having a purpose in life, to me, is what the true value of happiness is. It's not just the material things that you can get. So we try to encourage others by creating their culinary skills and giving them a purpose in life. So I just want to thank you for acknowledging what we've done in our community.
Again, I'd like to thank everyone for honoring us with this great award. As my wife was saying, we like giving back. I was once a troubled youth here in Atlantic City, and somebody gave me a second opportunity, a second chance in life, and I took advantage of it. So that's one of the main reasons I like going back, reaching out to the community, whether it's the YAC program or the ACIT students, or pretty much anybody that want to work there, come and apply for a job. I say, if you want to work, apply. You can't force nobody to work, but I can give them an opportunity if they come in and apply for the job. So again, we do appreciate everything y'all doing for us in the community and everything. And it's like second nature to giving back, whether it's Sister Jean's Kitchen, the Boys and Girls Club, or a fundraiser for one of our fellow colleagues that fell ill with cancer. It's just what we do. Again, thank you. We shall